Alrighty, so this is going to be a reading for my Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a look at the next 48 hours. So of course we're going to do this reading how we usually do. You guys can pick between card 1 and card 2. This is going to represent the theme of your love life during this time frame. And each card is going to have its corresponding spread with it. So use this as an opportunity to test your intuition. Of course, you can watch both messages that come with these cards to see which one resonates more with you, since this is still for the same zodiac sign. So it really is up to you. But yes, this is a good way to test your intuition. Now, take a minute, pause the video if you need to. Of course, if at any point you want a personal session or anything like that, just check out the description box. That information will be listed there. And let's go ahead and get into it. So everyone who wants to go with card 1, this is going to represent the theme of your love life. And we have hostilities, and it says conflict and unrest. All right, Sagittarius. So with this energy, for my singles, this could be you coming off as more hostile or defensive. So you could be like trying to put yourself out there when it comes to dating, and then noticing that you're having issues with, securing a second date with some people, or just having consistent connections. And it could be partly because some of you are hostile and you give off the vibe that you don't necessarily want a relationship, or that you're not ready for one, I will say. Or you could be giving off the vibe that you're not over an ex or over a past person. Even if you are like not wanting to go back to an ex per se, it's just you may be giving off a more, like I said, defensive energy you want to be careful of, okay? If you're in a connection or dealing with someone, there may be a level of issues with either your person being very defensive or seemingly not open to a real connection and almost like leading you on. Or there's just issues between you two, and there's like defensiveness with arguments you guys may be going through or issues you guys may have. Singles energy, your current connections energy, your person's sexual desires of you, advice, and your person's next set of actions. So starting off with this card, singles energy, we have that Empress card showing up here. And this is you realizing that you want more of an evolved state, or not evolved state. You want an evolved or more mature relationship in your life. You may be realizing that you were entertaining a lot of immature people, or just people who weren't on the same maturity level that you're on, or the same wants that you may have in terms of like getting married and all those things. And you may be realizing that you need to be more serious in the people that you entertain. Some of you are also really engulfed in being a parent, whether that's, just focusing on doing your thing in your career and being a parent and not really having a love life. And that's kind of a detriment to you, because some of you are starting to realize, especially if your children are a little bit older, that eventually when they fly the nest, you're going to be alone if you just focus all your energy on your kids and don't have a life of your own. Okay. Some of you may even still have question on whether or not you and the person you may have children with will be able to rekindle your connection and come back together as a family. And that could also be delaying other connections coming forward. Now, when it comes to my people who are in a current connection or just dealing with someone, we do have that Nine of Wands energy. So there could be stress associated with your current connection. Again, you guys really do need to get real intimate with each other and have a discussion and divulge what exactly you guys both need this relationship to have, so that you guys don't feel like you're constantly going through so much just to even be together. Okay. Another thing I'm kind of getting, some of you are just almost at your breaking point. There's been certain issues that just don't seem like they're getting better. You may feel like you've always constantly had to lay yourself on the line for this connection, and you're tired of the on and off, or, arguments springing up, and then it's like it takes forever for you guys to get back on one accord. Now, when it comes to your person's sexual desires, for you. We have the Nine of Chalices. So they really, and I've been seeing this for a lot of zodiac signs. Jeez. They really want to please you and really cater to you. Whenever I'm seeing the Nine of Chalices, this is speaking to personal fulfillment and wishes. So I think them just being intimate with you is somewhat of a wish, but to please you in the midst, to, you know, bring you to a satisfied point is more so something that they desire sexually. Okay, interesting. This person may be really into oral too, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Now, the advice for you guys, we do have the Two of Wands. With this, you guys do need to decide what path you guys are trying to go down moving forward. Are you trying to, like I said, stay in this current relationship, or are you trying to walk more towards, you know, another connection that may be more evolved and things like that? There's a need for you to decide what path is best suited for you and what makes the most sense for you long term. And the last card is going to represent their set of actions towards you. So we do have the Four of Wands. So interesting. So the Four of Wands being here, this person's really going to try to support the relationship as much as possible. They see where, and some of you guys may be pointing this out to them, they see where they may be, you know, not being as supportive of the relationship as they need to be, or where they need to kind of pick up their pieces, I should say. And this person is going to try to better support the connection during this time frame. And the sexual chemistry may be wild. I mean, look at this card. It says everything it needs to say. Hold on. But let's go ahead and look at the other card. So everyone who chose this one, this is going to be the theme of your love life. We have clarity. And it says planning, releasing illusion. So the theme of your love life during this time frame is clarity. This is making sense of things. For my people who are single, if you didn't realize what was keeping you from having new love in your life, you're really going to start to realize it now. Whether it's you having the realization happen, or even you having people around you who point out, hey, I noticed that you've been single for a long time. And, you know, maybe having a conversation with a family member where they're, you know, bringing it to your attention, how they may be worried about whether or not you will have new love. Okay, especially if you're somebody who's like super, super family oriented, but you don't have a relationship. Your family may have been saying things to you like, oh, when are you going to get married? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? So that may come up. For my people who are in a relationship as well, this clarity may be coming through conversation you and your person are having, or even just you looking at your person's patterns and having the aha realization of what you need to do moving forward. Singles, my people who are in a current connection, your person's sexual desires for you, advice, and your person's next set of actions. So we have that King of Wands energy representing my singles. So with this, this is speaking to your personal confidence. You guys are really starting to realize that maybe your personal confidence isn't necessarily where it needs to be when it comes to dating. Whether this is like you not feeling like you're confident in your body and, you know, being super judgmental of yourself, or just not confident in terms of your dating decisions or the people that you date romantically. And you guys are really going to have to nip that in the bud in terms of realizing that if you don't have any type of confidence, you can't be in a healthy relationship, because there will always be insecurity. There will always be a fear of someone cheating on you or a connection not going quite right because of the fact that you don't have personal confidence. Okay. Some of you could have been dealing with a fire sign specifically at some point, an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And that person may be affecting your ability to go out there and date. But for most of you, this is speaking to personal confidence, ego, and also passion. Now, some of you may have more of a sexual, casual relationship with someone, but just that. Now, what I see from our people who are in a connection or in a relationship, we do have the High Priestess. So this is you trying to use your intuition. You may have either found out a piece of information, or you may be keeping it to yourself until things are kind of confirmed, especially if you're like snooping and you saw a text or a message from another woman or something, or another man. What else? This could also be the energy of you just, like I said, feeling like you need to listen to your inner knowing when it comes to some sort of connection here. You may be feeling like this person's moving kind of weird, and there's certain questions that you need to be answered by this person, but all the clarity and understanding that you may be looking for, you will mainly find it within self. Okay, you also may be just having like this like nudge or a piece of you that feels like something's up. But anywho, when it comes to your person's sexual desires for you, we do have the Six of Wands. So they really just want to admire you and really show you that you are special, especially if they know that you kind of suffer through self-confidence issues. They want to really make you feel like you're beautiful, or that you're, you know, attractive or handsome to them. And this may be through, like I said, embracing you or showing you that they appreciate different aspects of you and, you know, scars and imperfections that you may have. Okay. So I mainly get the energy of them wanting to kind of admire you and make you feel special in terms of, sexually. Okay. Now, the advice for you, we do have the Six of Chalices, and this is making sure you're not subscribing to the narrative like, oh my God, my past in love has been so difficult, so I don't have a positive outlook when it comes to love because of that. Again, if we keep basing our past experiences on what's going to happen in the future, we will always be in a cycle of repeating the same mistakes. Okay, we never seem to do it with jobs. We never look at, okay, we've had bad work history, that we're just going to keep having bad work experience. We are able to disassociate from our bad experiences then, but when it comes to love, we think that it's a constant repeating thing, and the only time it does happen repeatedly is when you don't learn your lesson from something. So this is learning your lesson from the past and not holding on to that energy of the past at the same time. Those are two different things. Now, the last card, this is going to represent the next set of actions your person is going to take. We do have the Five of Chalices. And yeah, they're just going to kind of fixate on whatever happened within this relationship within the past. That's why this is kind of dangerous, because nothing moves forward when you fixate on things that you can't change or you can't do anything about it. It's just wasted energy, effort, time on something that has nothing to do with the now. So it's either you guys are not getting over something and you and this person are unable to really mend the fence, or this person's not getting over something that may have happened between you two. Let me clarify. Yeah, and then the Page of Pentacles. For my singles, this is also you kind of sulking over what happened in the past and what you couldn't really necessarily change. And it's mainly because you had an idea or image of what something was supposed to be, and it didn't meet your expectations. So now it's really making you feel some type of way. But I am going to stop right here. I hope that I put things in perspective for anybody who was watching this and that you did enjoy. If you did, feel free to thumbs the video up and subscribe. And of course, any information you need for a reading will be below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.